Dear parents, today we'll be talking about nurturing early learners for formal education. And in particular, I would like to speak on the transition from preschools to mainstream primary schools in Singapore. And it applies to all children in the preschool years, but for those children who have some developmental needs or special educational needs, they would require additional supports. The purpose of the preschool education is to ensure that they have an early start in their life so that no child is left behind. In Singapore, most of the time, our formal education started from the primary school. But since 2013, we have added the preschool period, which is the most critical period in the child's life, to the Singapore education journey. So basically, our preschool education has undergone a lot of revolution, so to say, so as to give children a head start in their life. We also understand that preschool is the seed of an inclusive society. There are key stage outcomes of preschool education, and they emphasize the need for our children to build up confidence and social skills and be equipped with the knowledge, skills, and disposition for lifelong learning. So at the end of the preschool education, these are the 8 key stage outcomes that we are aiming for. So it's not just numeracy and literacy. So know what is right and wrong, willing to share and take turns with others, be able to relate to others, be curious and be able to explore, able to listen and speak with understanding, comfortable and happy with themselves, develop physical coordination, healthy habits, participate in and enjoy a variety of arts experiences, love their families, friends, teachers, and schools. So you can see the progression from the preschool to the primary school. So by the time a child arrives at the primary school, at the end of the primary school, probably about 11 years old, 12 years old, so they have progressed from the preschool period outcome to the next stage. So for example, at the end of the primary school, we expect a child to be able to distinguish right from wrong, know their strengths and areas for growth, be able to cooperate, share and care for themselves, have a lively curiosity about things, be able to think for and express themselves confidently, take pride in their work, have healthy habits and an awareness of arts, and know and love Singapore by that time. So the same thing, when you arrive at the secondary school and post-secondary school, there will be key stage outcomes for our education. I will not go into the secondary school and the post-education at this stage. In the process of education, we would expect our children to acquire 6 learning dispositions. We call it PRAISE. So the first one is perseverance, followed by reflectiveness, appreciation, inventiveness, sense of wonder, and curiosity, and engagement. By perseverance, we want our children to not give up, though they find the task challenging. Reflectiveness means that we expect the children would think about what they have done, seen, heard, or felt in their daily experiences, generate alternative ideas, and gain new knowledge. Appreciation, they should be able to recognize that everyone has different and unique qualities, listen to views, others, and show respect for them. For inventiveness, they should demonstrate flexibility in their thinking and do things in different ways, explore different ideas and possibilities, and generate different solutions to challenges. Then they must have a sense of wonder and curiosity. They should be interested in the world around them, confidently ask questions on why things happen and how things work, and explore, discover new things. And then for engagement, we expect them to be able to immerse in learning and enjoy what they do, proactively seek new opportunities. So what do children learn in preschools? Well, the learning areas would be aesthetics and creative expression, which include enjoy art and music and movement activities, express ideas and feelings through art and music and movement, create art and music and movement using experimentation and imagination, share ideas and feelings about art and music and movement. The second learning area will be discovery of the world. They should show an interest in the world they live in, find out why things happen and how things work through simple investigations, and develop a positive attitude towards the world around them. The third learning area would be language and literacy. They should be able to listen for information and enjoyment, speak to convey meaning and communicate with others, read with understanding and for enjoyment, use drawing, mark making, symbols, and writing with invented and conventional spelling to communicate ideas and information. Then motor skills development. They should learn to enjoy through participation in a variety of physical activities, demonstrate control, coordination, and balance in gross motor skills, demonstrate control and coordinate in fine motor tasks, and develop healthy habits and safety awareness at home, in school, and also at public places. Literacy, they should learn to recognize and use simple relationships and patterns, use numbers in daily experiences, recognize and use basic shapes and simple spatial concepts in daily experiences. More importantly, in the area of social and emotional development, they should be able to develop an awareness of personal identity, manage their own emotions and behaviors, show respect for diversity, communicate, interact, and build relationships with others, and take responsibility for their actions. For this, there are critical role for parents so that they can help their children to start to develop. Developing and enhancing emotional readiness and resilience. So emotional expression, encourage and create a safe space for your child to express their feelings and experiences, help them label their emotions, which makes it easier for them to manage and express their feelings appropriately. They should learn to have self-regulation and coping strategies, teach techniques to manage emotions such as deep breathing exercises, counting to 10, using words to express frustration instead of acting out, or using a favorite object for comfort when feeling overwhelmed. Build confidence, self-worth, and self-reliance. Encourage your child to try new activities and praise their efforts and accomplishments, such as dressing themselves or packing their own backpacks. Developing and fostering social skills and competence. We should get them to have group interactions, arrange and encourage your child to participate in playgroups, to interact with peers, and build social skills like sharing, taking turns, compromising, and cooperating. Role-playing, use role-playing to practice social scenarios. they might encounter in school, such as introducing themselves, joining group activities, asking for help, or resolving conflicts. Good manners, teach and reinforce good manners, and respectful behaviors. Simple phrases like please, thank you, and excuse me. Establishing routine and structure. So there must be consistent schedules, establishing routines for waking up, meals, playtime, and bedtime. A predictable schedule will help children feel secure and prepared for the more structured environment in school. Responsibilities and independence. Assign small responsibilities like cleaning up toys, dressing themselves, or setting the table. Homework habits, even before formal homework starts, get into the practice of setting aside a regular time for quiet activities for themselves, like drawing, puzzles, and simple workbook pages. Promoting physical readiness. Active play. Enjoy physical activities through play that promotes both gross and fine motor skills and coordination. Gross motor skill would be like running, jumping, and climbing. And fine motor skills would be like drawing, threading beads, or cutting with scissors. Healthy living habits ensure a balanced diet, adequate sleep, and regular physical activity to support overall health and cognitive function. Next, we have encourage positive attitudes towards learning. We help them to develop curiosity and explore. So fostering a love for learning by encouraging curiosity. Show enthusiasm towards discovering new things and praise inquisitiveness and initiatives. We should exercise positive reinforcement, use positive reinforcement to reward effort and achievements in learning. So celebrate successes with them, small and big, to build a positive association with education. Familiarizing with the school environment. So it is good to arrange for school visits. So arrange these visits to your child's future school to familiarize them with the surroundings, point out interesting features like classroom, playground, swimming pool, etc. And if possible, meet the teacher and other key staff. And attend transition talks. And these talks will be about what to expect in school, using positive terms to describe the experience, discuss the fun and exciting activities they will do, and the new friends they will meet. And lastly, try to build a support network. Maintain communications, build a relationship and maintain open lines of communication with your child's teachers and school staff. Attend orientation sessions, parent-teacher meetings, and other school events. All this will help you stay informed about and involved in your child's progress and any areas they may need attention. Make use of community resources available. So utilize the community resources such as libraries, museums, and local festive events to expand your child's learning environment. These experiences can enrich the child's understanding of the world and different cultures, which are important for your child to grow and develop in an inclusive environment. So last but not least, I would just want to remind all of you that in Singapore, there's a screen time guidelines for young children you can refer to. So if your child falls into the category of between 1.5 to 6 years old, then try to limit screen use to less than 1 hour a day and carefully choose the age-appropriate and educational content for your child. and watch media together with your child and talks to your child about the content to keep them engaged. That's very important. And you can always refer to the Ministry of Health guidelines for screen time for all the children. Thank you very much for listening. Thank you.